Hi friends, it's me Lois with Wild Child Mercantile, coming at you live from our fun craft and chat collab we have going on YouTube. I'm Lois with Wild Child Mercantile, and I'm super glad to have you here. And hi Leah, and we are going to get started working on our project. Um, if you don't know me, my name is Lois, and if you're watching us on replay, then that is wonderful too. Uh, this is actually my very first live on YouTube, and so it's going to be a learning experience. But I thank you for being here and for watching. And so we have a short amount of time to get a lot of things done, and so we are going to go ahead and get started. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Stephanie Wisby. Thank you, friends, for being here. I appreciate you. I did forget to do a telegram and share to my channel, but it's all right. We're all learning here. So we're going to be making something that's a project close to my heart, of course, and that's something with old rustic wood, which is one of my favorite things to make. Mixed media and rustic wood, all those things. Um, so I've kind of got a little bit of a head start since we just have 30 minutes. We're going to be making this sign here, and I've already got it connected on the back. I just took some little pieces of scrap wood and I put wood glue underneath and stapled them on and to help hold the two boards together, because these are just two pieces of pallet wood. But I do, you may think these would be ones you would just throw away because they're so raggedy and tore up, but this is my kind. This is my kind of stuff. I love whenever it's this rustic, and to me, this is just a perfect board to make a sign, and it kind of goes along good with our subject as well, because we're going to be making a sign that says "Hard Fought Hallelujah." So I figure, what better way to do that than with a sign that's a little more on the ragged side and look like it's been through some stuff, because that's just like me. I've been through some stuff and I'm a little ragged and for worse for wear. So it fits perfectly. But so I've kind of got everything laid out to where we can get painting. Hey Tracy, and hey Stephanie. Y'all forgive me for being nervous. I've been going live for 2.5 years. I don't know why I'm so stinking nervous tonight. But we are going to be painting our letters, and we're going to be doing some more. Hey, Lori, doing some more distressing of our sign. So I'm going to put the letters to the side first, so we can kind of get a little bit of the distressing done. Hi, Annie Jones. I've watched your YouTube videos before. Hi, Rhonda. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And y'all don't forget, this collab is organized, and she's done such a wonderful job. Miss Leah from Make All the Things with Me, and be sure and uh, oh my goodness. Oh my, yeah, that's a lot of lives. And so we are going to go ahead and get our board a little bit more distressed, because I don't really like how you can see the rawness of the wood. So we're just going to take some of our antique wax and we're going to dirty that up a little bit. I don't know if you can see here, I've already done it and not on this, so you can see a little bit of a difference. And so we are going to just get that going so we can make sure we get done. But I love old wood. I love old pallet wood. I love making crafts with rustic things that people might just throw away. Anything rusty and crusty and torn up. In fact, I prefer the wood that's all torn up and you would think would be ready for the scrap pile. That's my kind of jam. So we're just hitting these light colored spots with this wax so we can just make it look a little bit more rustic and kind of fit in a little bit more. And I'll go back later and put a hanger on this. I didn't worry with that for right now while we're live, putting a hanger on the back. Well, if you knew me, ma'am, that would be something I would say. I like to tiptoe on the line of what's appropriate and not. Sometimes it gets me in trouble. I have to mind my P's and Q's. See, so there. And then I've also got these distress inks that we can kind of put here in the nooks that we might not be able to get in so well, to cover up those light spots. I never really thought I would use these distress inks that much when I first got them, but I sure have enjoyed them. And you can see and sometimes I just like it to leave the little dots and not a spray, and it just adds to the distressing of the whole thing here. So, hola Sandy, welcome in, friend. Okay, so I think we've got most of our light wood covered here, and we've got our little distress ink sprayed on in a few spots to add something. You could even add in some of your, if you wanted to add in some Mod Podge with some cinnamon here and there, you could do that and just really distress the heck out of it. Because that's what we like, isn't it? Yes. Just getting that ink dried up a little bit, and we're gonna set it to the side here. This is how our sign is looking with all of the distressing on there. Hi Kelly. So there's no rhyme or reason to it, just making it look even more raggedy and worn out. And so you know what, I think I'm gonna go ahead, while we've got this going too, I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of the light here for some texture, and we may come back and just add some of our wax on top of that, just to make it look like there's a little bit of paint here and there. And I like to use the chalk paste for, hey Megan. Oh yes, Miss Sheila, my favorite. I really like to use the chalk paste for doing this kind of thing because it's so thick, and it really does add more of like a textured feel to it than just paint. So we're just doing that a little smidge here and there to where we can kind of see, oh yeah, maybe at one point this was a painted board, and it's seen some things. So I can, thank you, Megan. Like I said, I can relate. This is the wording that I'm using, I got from Danielle Stringer from Imperfect Dust. I'm a member of her subscription group, and so I had messaged her a while back and had asked her if she minded if I cut her wording out of wood to use and to sell in my Etsy shop, and she said sure, that's what it's for. She's so nice. And so when I saw that she added this one in for this month, I immediately went and cut it because I can relate so much to this song. But the song is called Hard Fought Hallelujah, and if you haven't listened to the song, you should go listen to it, but we won't. We don't want to get into copyright stuff, so I'll just leave it at that. Just going to dry up this paint just a little. I said I didn't want to go too overboard. Just a few little snips here and there. Yes, thank y'all so much for being here. I sure appreciate it. It's so nice when you have somebody to talk to. I have a problem whenever I feel like I'm talking to myself. but I was trying to expand my horizons and go out of my comfort zone and do something different. And so here we are. Here we are, gals. And I'm just gonna lighten that back up just a hair where we put our paint so it doesn't look so brand new. And I just dab some ink, vintage photo on there. I'm all about the textures. I love to add different layers and textures and just really build on what you got. Build on what you got. So here's a, you can see a little bit of that, just the little paint that we added here and there. So we're going to set that aside so we can get started working on our painting here for our letters. And I'm using a light mocha from DecoArt. It's an Americana color. And that's what we're going to be using to paint our letters. Just put it out here on a plate. Use my little daub and get this going here. I have my little letters on a tiny tape board, but I don't have a big one made yet for the bigger stuff. So I'm just using a paper sack. You know, we'll probably come back and add a little distressing to our letters too, because we don't want them to be looking like somebody just painted them and glued them on. We ain't about that life. But these letters will be available in my Etsy shop as well. I haven't added them yet, but I will this evening. So, going from, a lot of people don't like doing 45-minute lives because they prefer an hour. And then when you go down from 45 to 30, and you really feel like you're losing time. But there's a lot of times I do more than one craft in a live anyways, and so it doesn't bother me to do the shorter times. By any means. Oh, Kelly Wooden Nickel, I see you. Set that over here. I have to tell y'all, I started a pecan praline cake for dessert before I came live. I'll have to tell y'all how good it came out. My husband's in there having to finish it. Thank you all for being here this fun evening. Hope everybody had a great July 4th. I got to do a little celebrating. And thank you, Miss Leah, for having me here this evening. Glad I was able to, thanks to Mary Peach was able to figure out how to be on. Yeah, it does sound yummy, so I am really hoping that it's good. Really, really hoping. I love anything that's caramely or nutty or anything like that. And this one you put, you do a yellow cake mix and you mix in a whole container of German chocolate icing. Yes, thank you, Mary. Appreciate your help. I was panicking. But you put the icing in the cake and then make kind of a glaze to put on it. So I think it'll be really good. You know, when you put the paint on with those pouncers, it gives it a little texture, which is nice. It's not just a flat paint. Everybody's been so lovely today too. It's been fun. Weekends are always a flying haze for me because I've got so much to get done since I work all during the week. Alrighty, so we're going to glue these on and then we're going to come back and distress them a little bit. This to the side. Oh, thank you, Rhonda. I said this is from a song, and then I cut the letters from Danielle at Imperfect Dust. She has a monthly subscription and she adds things every month for us to be able to use in our projects, and this is one of the ones for this month. Thank you, Megan. My style's a little rough around the edges like me, I think. I know, that's what I'm hoping that mine's doing okay. I was worried about that too. Okay. Set that over. Get this adjusted how we want it. See, I'm just gluing this right over the edge of where that's all missing because I just think that looks good. So we are going to use our glue that is not my friend, but I'm hoping that will work good on here. Because it glues instantly. Oh, I said that. Hopefully it's going to work on this wood. If not, we'll get out our Quick and Bake, our wood glue. Well, I guess this one's not going to work today. So, we will just get out our wood glue and a little paintbrush, and we will get her done. If there's a will, there's a way. I was really hoping that this glue would work though, because it's so instant. Oh, maybe it will work if I use this other one. I have gotten this all over me more than once. This Star Bond. It's just so nice because it's instant. Nope, we did not go to Applebee's for dinner. Terry actually made us a hamburger. So I'm going to go ahead and work on this big one and try and get it going so we don't run out of time. Put this wood glue and the star bond and see if that will work. He made a hamburger. He wrapped it in bacon, and we got some onion buns to put on there. It was nice because Terry doesn't usually cook, so it was nice. This wood is so uneven. Hello, hello, welcome in. So it's hard for the glue to grab because it's so thin, I think. I'll probably go back and reinforce and make sure everything sticks well, of course, before we try and hang it up. I had a whole bottle of this Star Bond Thin come out the edge, and it glued my hand for like 2 days. I was picking glue off my hand. I think we're gonna definitely will have to let it dry. Now I wanted to make a little cross out of, before we run out of time here, I wanted to make a little cross out of this wire that is rusty, crusty wire. And I can get this. And it's that twisted wire that has the little 2 or 3 wires twisted together. And so I wanted to try and make us a little cross. To go here on our sign. And I'm just twisting it around each side, double. Thank you, Lori. Thank you. Trying to decide we want to put our cross here or here, maybe over there. And then I was just going to take, to finish off our letters, just going to take our wax here, our ink, and just hit it on the edges, and just dress it up a little bit so we don't look so freshly painted. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, I love to make signs out of old pallet wood. It's definitely one of my faves. The rougher the better. And I think we all have our testimonies to tell, and that's what this sign means to me, that it might have been a rough road, but I'm still here, still thankful, still grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. And I will get my cross hooked on there later. But we're almost out of time. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all so very much. Oh, I knew that. Some of those letters weren't going to want to stick. So I'll just come back with my wood glue and hit them a little harder. And I'll get my little cross. I may make him a little bit more substantial here because he's a little puny, but I'll put our little rustic cross over here and get our, I will put, I'll drill 2 holes up here at the top, probably over here. It won't be exactly straight because of the wood, but that will just add to the rusticness of it. And I'll make sure everything gets all glued down. But I hope y'all have enjoyed it, and will maybe give some old rusty, crusty, worn out, raggedy, torn up pallet wood a chance for a new life. And we can give our messages with all the roughness around the edges and still make an impact to those around us. So y'all all have a wonderful rest of the evening. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate you. Y'all take care of yourself and each other, and have a great night.